think it stems from watching Power Rangers growing up. It's always one of those things like, you got these big giant robots, why don't you just get in them first and go, mecha are just stupid. So I hate mecha animes, and this guy I work with is like, have you seen Gurren Lagann, man? And I'm like, no, what is it? He's like, this is mecha anime. I'm like, stop. Don't.
It's worth it.
I don't like those. He's like, no, dude, I'm going home right now and I'm getting this, and you're freaking watching it. So I watched it, and oh my god, best series ever! Yeah! So, yeah, that series just like, wow, it's awesome. But I got to the last Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
It's brought over last year sometime, and they haven't even dubbed it. It's just that epic that they just only subtitled it. Version I have, they have not dubbed it. Yes, there's no English. Oh, they're putting it on sci-fi? Oh man, they're ruining it! But anyway, I got all the way through the series and to the last episode, and the last episode, Final Battle, is just freaking epic. I mean, Gurren Lagann is like a mecha anime that I hate, but they take every mecha stereotype, go, yeah, we know it's stupid. So we're gonna multiply it by a million and just be completely unapologetic about it. We know it's that stupid. And it works. I don't know how, but it's freaking epic. And just to show you how epic, I'm gonna show you a clip from the last episode. Don't worry, this doesn't reveal any of like the spoilers or anything for those of you that haven't seen it. Alright, so just zooming out, this is showing scale. It starts playing, it zooms out, zooms out, zooms out. Oh my god, it's a galaxy! Wow! Yeah, they've got a mecha like as large as a galaxy. Yeah, whatever it is, that's freaking epic. Wow. I mean, that's big. Man. I mean, those guys don't need to compensate. So the problem is, how do you get that much material to make that? Spiral energy, yeah, sure, go with that. Basically, to try to answer this, I chose something that's pretty normal. I decided to scale up a car. So how big would you need to scale it up? The first time I did this, I hadn't watched the series since I got it, and I kind of overestimated. And I thought the mech was as large as the entire galaxy, so I did the calculations all the way through, and then I was ripping the DVD to get that clip off, and then when I watched it to edit it, I'm like, oh my god, I did that horribly. He's only this big and the galaxy is this big. I thought the galaxy was this big and he was this big, so I had to redo all this math for the next 3 slides while I was trying to run the game room. Wow. Anyway, so I estimated the length of a car is about 5 meters long. Converting that to light years so we have everything in the same units, 5.3 times 10 to the negative 16th light years. A galaxy is 100,000 light years in diameter for a normal spiral galaxy like our own. That means a galaxy is 2 times 10 to the 20th light, times bigger than the length of a car. For those of you that aren't good with scientific notation, that means 2 followed by 20 zeros. Galaxies are big, cars are small. Again, doing this for the height, since we actually need to get all 3 dimensions for the volume. Turns out galaxy is 1.3 times 10 to the 19th times the height, and 6.3 times 10 to the 20th times the width. Overall, the galaxy has 2.1 times 10 to the 58 times the volume of a car. Cars are small, galaxies are big. Get that much. All right, so what does that mean? Well, let's just take a look at like one of the elements in a car. Cars use some steel. In case you didn't know, it keeps us from like dying when we get in crashes. This nice little shell. So a normal car has about 770 kilograms of steel, which is like 2,000 something pounds, for those of you that don't speak kilogramese. Steel is 90% iron. In case you don't know, iron's pretty rare in the universe. Like I said, in astronomy we talk about the elements being hydrogen, helium, everything else. It's because everything except those 2 makes up less than 1% of the universe. So iron, which is really way up there on your periodic table, that's really, really rare. So making a mech that big out of something really, really rare, how many galaxies would it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
3.
So if we scale that up, multiply that 730 kilograms of iron by our scale factor I just derived, you're going to need 1.5 times 10 to the 61th kilograms of iron. Normal galaxy has a mass of 1.9 times 10 to the 43 kilograms. In other words, we're off by 17 orders of magnitude. That's a 1 followed by 17 zeros, which means we need 7.9 times 10 to the 17th galaxies just to make the mass for just the iron. Wow, that sucks. So the other problem is, I was just talking about iron. Well, actually, let me go through this first. Hubble in 1999 did this thing where they just took a picture of like a blank part of the sky, and they found that there's like all sorts of little galaxies. Every picture, or every dot in this picture is a galaxy. This is like distant edge of the universe type thing, looking really, really, really far away. Multiplying that patch of sky across about how big the sky is, the Hubble estimates there's 1.25 times 10 to the 11th galaxies in the universe. In case you don't remember, the exponent on the last number on the last slide I had was 17. That means we need to cannibalize 6.3 times 10 to the 6th universes just to make up the same amount of mass. Forget the spiral nemesis, it's the spiral warriors destroying the freaking universe to make their damn mass. Yeah, that ain't cool. I guess the little sketchy guys on the weird planet had it right. Yeah, we need to stop that. We're in the green age now. So, and again, this is just iron. So, iron makes up 0.001% of the mass of the universe, which means we need to multiply that last number by another 1,000. We need to cannibalize 6.3 times 10 to the 9th universes to get that much iron. Oh my god. I told you I majored in astronomy. I'm used to really big numbers, and I'm used to really big units, but jeez. I've never worked with a unit before that is universes. When I came up with this question, I was expecting to be like, yeah, you'd have to cannibalize a couple million gal. I was not expecting this. Really, I wasn't. This blew my mind. So.
You better start thinking about composite materials.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. But I actually ran the same numbers using carbon, which is in most composite materials, and it still is something stupid big like this. I don't even know how you get to other universes yet. We're not even sure they exist.